Attention everyone. Today, President Donald Trump made headlines again with a strong call for direct payments to the American people, and he wants it done immediately. Before you get excited or confused, let me clarify. This is not the $2,000 stimulus check that we've been discussing over the past week and a half. This is a completely separate payment coming from a different pool of funds that could go directly to Americans instead of going to big insurance companies. In this video, I'll show you exactly what Trump posted on Truth Social, explain what it actually means for your wallet, and break down whether this is realistic or just political talk. Stay with me because we'll separate fact from speculation so you know what to pay attention to and what to ignore. This morning, President Trump made headlines again by posting a message urging lawmakers to send payments directly to the American people rather than funneling billions of dollars through insurance companies. A move that could potentially put more money straight into the hands of individuals who need it most. To fully grasp the significance of this proposal, it's important to understand the recent context. In October and early November, the government experienced a 43-day shutdown, largely due to disputes over ACA subsidies, which are designed to help Americans afford health insurance under the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare. For years, the federal government has allocated billions of dollars in subsidies to insurance providers with the intention that these payments would lower premiums for consumers covered through the ACA marketplace. However, in practice, much of that money never reaches the people directly. Instead, it goes to insurance companies. And while premiums may be slightly reduced, many Americans feel they are not seeing the full benefit of these funds. Trump's latest proposal seeks to bypass the middleman entirely, redirecting those subsidy payments straight to individuals so that they have the freedom to decide how to use the money, whether to pay for insurance independently, cover other essential expenses, or simply keep it as cash in their pocket, giving them more control over their own financial decisions. It's important to understand how this proposal differs from previous or existing payments, because many people might confuse them. First and foremost, this is not a replacement for the $2,000 stimulus payment that has been widely discussed. That payment is intended for most Americans and comes from a completely separate source of funds. The new proposal targets a distinct fund specifically for individuals enrolled in ACA marketplace insurance, meaning it is designed to reach a particular group of people who get their health coverage through healthcare. Gov, or state ACA exchanges. If approved, some Americans could theoretically qualify for both payments, receiving money from the stimulus program as well as the redirected ACA subsidies. But it is crucial to remember that neither payment is guaranteed at this time, and both are subject to congressional approval and implementation logistics. Essentially, there are now two separate streams of money. The $2,000 stimulus dividend rebate available broadly to most Americans, and the ACA subsidy redirection, which is specifically aimed at marketplace enrollees, giving them direct access to funds that would normally go to insurance companies to reduce premiums. Millions of Americans could potentially benefit from this new payment, specifically those enrolled in the ACA marketplace, which currently includes roughly 21 million people across the country. This group consists of individuals and families who purchase health insurance either through healthcare, Gov, or their state's ACA exchange, covering a wide range of income levels and household situations. The exact amount each person or family might receive is not yet confirmed and could vary significantly depending on factors like household size, the premiums they are currently paying, and overall family composition, meaning some could see payments in the hundreds while others could receive thousands of dollars. While the government has not released official figures, the key point is that if this program is approved, the funds would go directly into the hands of recipients, giving Americans more control over their own money rather than being filtered through insurance providers as subsidies, potentially allowing them to make choices that best fit their personal healthcare and financial needs. When considering the practical implications and potential risks of redirecting ACA subsidies directly to individuals as cash, there are several factors to keep in mind. First, regarding current coverage, receiving a lump sum payment instead of having subsidies applied to your premiums could affect your existing insurance plan, potentially leading to higher out-of-pocket costs or changes in benefits if the insurance provider adjusts for the lost subsidy. Second, for shopping for insurance, you may need to carefully compare plans and calculate whether taking the cash is actually more advantageous than keeping your reduced premium, which requires evaluating your household budget, medical needs, and long-term expenses. Third, in terms of implementation timing, even if Congress approves this plan tomorrow, it would likely take several months to develop the infrastructure necessary to distribute payments efficiently to millions of Americans, including verifying eligibility and coordinating with existing insurance systems. In short, while the idea of receiving direct cash sounds appealing, there are real logistical, financial, and coverage-related challenges that could complicate the process and make it less straightforward than it initially appears. Throughout this year, former President Trump has consistently pushed for various forms of direct payments to Americans, signaling a clear focus on putting cash straight into people's hands rather than relying on complex government programs or corporate intermediaries. These efforts have included the widely discussed $2,000 stimulus payments, which were aimed at providing immediate financial relief to a broad segment of the population, as well as dividend payments generated from tariff revenue designed to redirect government income back to citizens. Additionally, there have been rebates and smaller incentive payments, each targeting different groups or specific economic needs. Now, with the proposal to redirect ACA subsidies directly to consumers, the pattern is unmistakable. Trump's agenda emphasizes giving individuals the freedom to control their own money and make spending decisions that best suit their households, rather than allowing large insurance companies or other intermediaries to handle these funds. However, while the idea is simple in theory, getting Congress to approve such measures is extremely challenging, as lawmakers must navigate political divisions, concerns about increasing the national deficit, and the complexities of federal budgeting, making the implementation of these payments far from guaranteed. What you should do now. If you currently have ACA marketplace insurance, it's essential to stay updated on the latest news and proposals, but avoid making any sudden changes to your coverage, such as canceling your plan or skipping premium payments, because these actions could leave you without essential health care if the proposed payments do not materialize. For those on Medicare, this particular proposal likely won't impact you directly, but it's still a good idea to review your annual enrollment period, ensure your plan meets your needs, and verify that all necessary coverage is in place. In general, it's important to stay informed, but approach these announcements with caution, because not every proposal or announcement will come to fruition, and timelines or amounts are often uncertain. At the same time, don't wait for a potential future payment to address current healthcare or financial needs. Many states, community organizations, and nonprofits provide immediate assistance, such as help with prescription costs, medical bills, or insurance premiums. By exploring these resources now, you can ensure your health and financial stability while waiting to see whether any direct payments are officially approved and distributed. The ACA subsidy redirection is not an active payment yet, meaning no money has been distributed at this time. While it has been proposed as a potential way to give cash directly to Americans who are enrolled in ACA marketplace plans, it is still in the planning and discussion phase. This proposal is separate from the $2,000 stimulus payments that have been discussed in recent weeks. So even if it is implemented, it would not replace or interfere with any existing stimulus checks. Millions of Americans could potentially benefit, but the exact amounts and eligibility criteria will depend on future legislation and detailed policy guidelines. If this plan is approved and implemented, it could represent a significant shift in how government support is delivered. Instead of sending billions of dollars in subsidies to insurance companies to indirectly reduce premiums, this program could allow individuals to receive the money directly in their hands, giving them the flexibility to manage their healthcare costs or use the funds in ways that best meet their needs. This approach aligns with a broader trend of putting more control and financial power directly into the hands of citizens, rather than routing funds through middlemen. However, the timing, logistics, and practical implementation of such a program would be complex and could take months to roll out, even if Congress approves it quickly. If you want to stay informed without confusion or rumors, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications now. On this channel, you'll Get clear, verified, step-by-step explanations about government programs like SSI, SSDI, VA benefits, and other financial resources that could impact your life. Drop a comment below and let us know. Would you prefer ACA subsidies to go directly to you as cash or continue as premium reductions? Disclaimer: this content is for educational purposes only. It does not guarantee payments and is not financial or legal advice. All programs depend on official government approval. Always consult IRS, Gov, SSA, Gov, or VA. Gov for verified, up-to-date information.